It's Week 10 of the NFL. And we'll see the Cowboys, leader at quarterback. He's not afraid to throw it. Second.
Set for football now at AT&T Stadium. Brandon Aubrey has the honors, and we are underway here in Arlington. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, their tall quarterbacks standing at 6'5".
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. But Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played when dinosaurs roamed the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And once again, this is Sanders. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Again, he'll drop to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. Third catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a first down. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll look to throw again. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
So 5 yards there as one of the big guys up front moved.
And in a 4-3 front, you've got the two defensive tackles.
Still first down.
Right near the football. I know there's a lot of movement around there, but they're always taught to have one eye on the football. Apparently, that didn't happen.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
Charbonnet fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Again, it's Charbonnet. Trying to find a lane, but he finds nothing but defenders. Stop for no gain at the 2-yard line. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the fourth quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
So out come the Cowboys under head coach Mike McCarthy. They'll be led out by a man who played collegiately in College Station, their rookie quarterback from Texas A&M.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Now a first carry here for their running back. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. They'll look to throw. That one caught by Rice. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down at 7. Back to throw here. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Back to throw now on first down. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. And he's taken down inside the 30. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Back to throw again. Shakes off the sack. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. Second down and 8. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 4th down coming up.
A 42-yard attempt.
And his kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a return of serve, so to speak, here on the second drive of our game as they respond to that opening field goal with 3 of their own.
I like that. Go a little tennis on me.
I know you like to mix it up with sports.
They crack a forehand back at him. They get a backhand. What was the return on?
It was a backhand.
I
and
like
a
that
really
one.
good backhand.
Get some nice top spin on the
a
whole
bit.
I love it. Almost a mirror image when you really get down to it. I thought that was pretty good stuff.
The Snowhawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Got a man. That's Ligon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Watkins. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will depend on the spot as it sails out of bounds, and they'll say it sailed out at the 10-yard line. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or 2nd seed come playoff time.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. They'll look to throw here. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
2nd and 9 now. We'll get that to Charbonnet. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play, one-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too. Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's second down. He'll look to throw. That's over the middle to his tight end, Sanders. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. They're going to look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A.T. Perry, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-3. So that drive goes 8 plays. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
They go play action here on first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches.
At the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. First time these two have hooked up this afternoon, and it's a first down. They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Again, he'll drop to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. They'll look to throw again. That'll be caught by Rice. And now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. This is 2nd and 8. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up third.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became third and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
Here now a 3rd and 20. They'll look to throw. Able to find his man, Kraft. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is very simply, if you can get out of bounds after making a play downfield, terrific. If you can't, everyone hustle to the line of scrimmage, either run another play or clock it and start over again.
2nd and 1. It's caught by Sanders. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
A gain of 9 yards. First down, Snowhawks.
Now back to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. There's a short throw caught by Sanders.
Let's not quibble about the game there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll get started up at Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, and it's the Eagles who are out in front. It's Jaden Daniels with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we move to Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City to see what's going on with the Chiefs. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Alec Pierce, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home in Acrisure Stadium. As you can see the score there in the 2nd quarter. Jordan Addison, a touchdown reception. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. We take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns out of the backfield. His numbers are superior to the rest of his peers at this point in the season. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And a fair catch called for and made just outside the 15-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 36 yards on the play.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Got a man, that's Leggett. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 25 yards that time.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's Sanders bringing in another one. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They'll look to throw here. And it's caught. Touchdown. And Xavier Leggett, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Snowhawks are able to widen their advantage. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted. which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense and their running back getting set to go once more. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. An excellent pickup at 34 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. He'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They're going to look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Back to throw again. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. From 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Back to throw now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Perry. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. They'll look to throw now on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. From a couple of yards beyond midfield, here's 2nd and 8. They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. In motion goes the tight end. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Zach Harrison who forced his way in to drop him. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
They will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty. In motion left goes a tight end. On play action, they'll throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 3 quarters have come and gone. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end Sanders. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. The tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. The coverage good, the pressure good, leads to the sack, and it's 3rd and goal now.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. They do get 8 out of the pitch and catch. However, it's 4th down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. Can this defense hold him out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. He'll drop to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Snowhawks get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they've got it up past the 35, so pretty good starting field position. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. He had the touchdown pass earlier, adding to his impressive season total as you take a look at the NFL leaders in touchdown passes at this point in the season. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Second and 10. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
They'll look to throw here on first down. His throw caught right around the 6. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Back to throw here. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
Defense.
And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
First and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
Looking to throw. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes. And he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. And they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now back to throw. There's a short throw caught by Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Here's Charbonnet. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
That one complete to Leggett.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
They'll look to throw again. And that will be incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again.
And you sense the tide turning. They scored, then their defense forced the punt, and now a chance to ultimately take the lead here late.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this again?
Infraction, defense.
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error.
Still third down.
Alert. Don't jump early and give them free yardage.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long. Back to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete.
And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Eluding the pressure right. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They'll look to throw here.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw.
Short throw. He's got Kraft.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. They'll look to throw. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the PAT, and that will make this a 4-point game. So that drive goes a full 80 yards in 10 plays.
And it's capped off by the late touchdown that puts them out in front here in the final minute of the contest.
Oh, some strong running.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
He'll look to throw.
Finding Watkins.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
2nd and 1. Into the hands of Perry, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Perry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command and make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for Dallas, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Toronto, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year.